About carbs. Today we're going to talk about lipids. Tomorrow we'll talk about proteins. And then when we get to like second quarter, we'll talk about DNA. Those are the 4 major organic compounds. All right, so looking at that one picture to the right, if I was to ask you, tell me the composition or building blocks of a lipid, just by looking at that picture, you should be able to answer that question.
Carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen.
Awesome. It's made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Let's pause there for a minute, and let me ask you this. If I only gave you that piece of information, let's pretend I have not covered anything else but composition of a carb and composition of a lipid. What is the main difference between them? Because they're both made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So what makes them different? Yes. I'm only talking about composition. Let's pretend nothing else was different. Yes. Good. Because what's a carb like? No. It's proportional, or the ratios are different. What's our carbohydrate ratio? You are right there. So for every 1 carbon, you're going to have 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. So if I give you 4 carbons, you have 8 what? Hydrogens and 4 oxygens. All right? And lipids is not necessarily like that. So there's the answer. Now, what's the building block of a lipid? Look at the picture. Yep.
Hydrogen is attached to carbon.
Okay, we got the carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. That's the chemical composition. If I combine those all into one structure, what do we call those structures that build every type of lipid? And it's made, look at the picture. Look at the picture. So we've got 3 fatty acids, and what else? Good. Glycerol, backbone. So you saw the backbone? The backbone is made of glycerol. That's right here. And then you've got these 3 fatty acids. Every lipid will consist of blocks of that, or several blocks of that. A glycerol with fatty acids. Now lipids vary. It's different from sugars or carbs, that their function is one. For the type of lipid, the functions will vary somewhat. So we've got fats and oils, phospholipids, and waxes. Anybody know the function of any of those and can tell me? Yes.
For fats, they're good for storage.
Awesome. What kind of storage?
Of energy.
Awesome. Energy, long-term energy storage. And what else? What is an insulator? Provides what?
Heat.
Heat or warmth. Good. So think of like polar bears are full of what? Fats and oils, or blubber, and that tends to keep them warmer. All right. What about phospholipids? Has anybody ever heard of that? Or know what the structure is down here? Good. No. It can be.
Oh.
Correct. It's a cell membrane. Okay? What do cell membranes do? And the lipids help this process. Good. They control what enters and exits. And really, phospholipids have a big part in that because of their composition, which has to do with, kind of the same thing as waxes. What do you think lipids or waxes or oils do when they're near water?
Bubble up.
Bubble up, why?
Because oil is less dense than water.
Awesome. So it kind of repels it in a sense? Good. I want you to be able to become familiar or associate the 2 major groups of fats. One consists of meat, eggs, cream, butter. The other ones is like virgin oils, peas, beans. Anybody know what the difference is?
Saturated.
Which is which?
Saturated is beans.
Good.
And unsaturated.
All right. So he actually said it. So meats mainly come from what? What kind of fats? Saturated, made up of, or coming from. Protein comes from animals. Good. And then we've got the peas, beans, or olive oils, margarines come from what? Plants and fish. Okay, good.